Hello fellow chartists, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am the Chartist, and today Bulls made a comeback. Alright, yesterday it talked about it was Bulls last chance support around the 427 to 428 support level. It bounced yesterday, and boy did they show some follow through. Today we're going to talk about it, but look at the flow sentiment. Still bearish. Still bearish. I wonder who is on the other side of these trades. Like seriously, who's putting in these trades? 69% still in the put flow, on the put flow compared to the call flow. This is 200k premiums or above. So I'm trying to watch where the big money's going, and big money is still on the bear side. We've seen worse though, but 69%, still pretty much leaning, majority leaning to one side. Now here is my Discord, guys. Pretty good, awesome day in the Discord. Day 3 of consolidation for SPY. This is my plan for the morning before the market opened, posted at 8:27 a.m. Okay, day 3 of consolidation for the SPY to set up a big breakout. The range is 439.5 to 427. That's the range has been trading this last few trading days. Everything between equals chop. All right, Chop City. It's kind of a long range, right? $12 range, but it was a range. Bulls held support yesterday for the third time. Very weak now. So basically what I'm saying is the 427 428 support level. The 427 is actually the 23.6 retracement level, but I gave it a zone because a lot of noise. And it got tested a few times, so I was letting the group know it's pretty weak now. I don't even want to see it test again. My plan, 438 and 445 in play as long as 430 holds. 427 lows, of course, with greater sign 434. So SPY greater than 434 triggered more upside. 427 fails, sell to 420 fast. So that was the plan. I was targeting 438. My support levels were 430 and 427. And I was watching if 434 can get taken out, that would have triggered the upside. Alright? Looking at the 15-minute chart here. This is where the SPY opened at 9:30. It opened right at 432.3. Now, like I always tell you, always identify where your support and resistance are. Okay? Relative to where the SPY opened. So like I said, 430 was support. Alright? And around 434 to 435 zone was the resistance, but I want to see a break above 434 to trigger more upside. As you can see, it chopped a little bit in the beginning. It went up, this candle right here, around 9:45. It went into the zone, 434.76. It was the high of this candle. That was around the resistance zone. It pushed down, back down as low as 431.5. Okay, nice scalp move. That's about a $3 move. And then push right back up. Now it starts knocking on the door many times. That blue line, that's the multi-year trend line that we lost the other day. Look at that. Attempting to recapture, just knocking on it. The more you knock on something, the weaker it gets, right? So boom, this candle right at 11 o'clock. Recapture, strong recapture. All right, by this point, we were way above 434. Broke 435. And look where it went. It hit right at my price target. Around 438 was my price target. 37.5 to 438 was my price target. Okay, I later updated the group about that, but it was a range, and it hit my price target. My day was pretty much done at this point. However, you see this pink line? That pink line is from the falling wedge. We're gonna talk about that when we get to the daily chart. But as you can see here, that falling wedge resistant trend line broke. And what did SPY do? It broke out. It was around 438 to 437.5, right? That was my price target. Also a resistant zone. So when we break a resistance zone, that zone then becomes a support. And as you can see here, SPY from 1 o'clock all the way to the end of the day pretty much just chopped. But it treated that 437.5 to 438 resistance zone as a support. So it's basing. That's a good sign. Basing and possibly heading up to my 445 price target. Okay. Now we gotta talk about that 445 price target. So I got my Fibonacci levels starting from the high. This is the short-term Fibonacci levels, okay? I got two Fibonacci levels that I'm using. The when you zoom out from the March 2020 low to this high right here, the January 2022 high. But I also got a short-term one. That's this greenish one, right? So from the January 2022 high down to the February 24th, 2022 low, okay? So today, the SPY was able to close above the 38.2 retracement level. That's also a breakout from this pink trend line, falling trend line, okay? Starts from the January 4th high, connects to the January 13th high, connects to the February 2nd high, false breakout right here. And we got a couple more tests on February 16 and February 17. This level has been well tested as a resistant level. Today, we was able to get a breakout and a small close above that level. Okay? So that level obviously is now support to put 445, my next price target, in play. Okay? Now this is a big test incoming for the SPY. Alright? It's more of a zone, 445 to 446. Now the 200-day moving average is currently at 445.3. I have a 50% retracement level there as well at 445.75. And then of course this green falling trend line starting from the January 4th high. And we got a test here at February 10th high. Alright? Can we possibly get the third touch? Okay, now I know people saying that doesn't count. It's only 2 touches. Well, for there to be 3 touches, there was 2 touches before that. So I'm not trying to predict anything, just something I'm watching out for. And it also aligns with other support levels, resistant levels, excuse me, that are around the same zone. Okay, so 3 reasons why the 445 to 446 zone will be a very critical resistant zone and very strong one, I might add. Okay, so as long as we are above 437.5 to 438, as long as we're above that zone, I am bullish to the upside, guys. 445 to 446 zone will be my target. All right, I just explained why that is my target and why that is a very big test. Above that level, there's no question in my mind. If we break above that level, there's no question that this downtrend is over. All right, unless we break out and then get a false breakout, then yeah, downtrend is not over. But obviously, if we get a breakout and then we show, follow through on the next day after the breakout, then obviously downtrend is over. I would favor new all-time high. So we got to get above 446. We got to break this 50% retracement level. We got to recapture the 200-day moving average. We got to break above this falling green trend line. So bulls, we don't want to get too bullish yet. Of course, we can scalp it, play it level to level. That's cool with me. Bull side to the bear side, whatever you want to do. Okay, but as far as the sentiment for me, I need that breakout for me to get really bullish and favor more upside and be more comfortable with being bullish. Because right now, like I always tell you guys, I'm just playing it level to level. I don't know what market makers are going to do. I'm just reading the price action, kind of like how I showed you guys on the 15-minute chart, okay? So, as of right now, the way the price action is, I am bullish to the upside to 445 to 446. If we lose this level, that's a false breakout of this pink falling wedge. You could probably see more downside again, okay? False breakouts are bearish, guys, okay? When's the best time to turn bearish? When we lose a support, right? A strong rejection from a resistant level or false breakouts, all right? So, we got the breakout. If we fall below 437.5, that's a false breakout. Good time to get bearish. All right, guys, so that is the strategy. This is the VIX. I'm actually looking at a 15-minute chart. So today the VIX lost the 33.56 level. That's the 23.6 retracement level based on the daily chart, by the way. All right, I use the support resistance of based on the daily chart, but I'm just looking at it, the details on a small time frame for just for today. Anyways, we lost it, back tested it as a resistance. So anybody ever wonder, how do you know when a support has been lost? This is an example. We lose the support, obviously. That's a sign the support has been lost when we actually lose the support and it heads down lower. But one of my favorite time to enter, if you didn't enter on the breakdown because it's higher risk, but you want a lower risk entry, wait for the back test. Okay? When it treats that previous support level as a resistant, boom, that's a good sign that we're going to see more downside. Good sign to time to enter. And we lost that level, came right down to the next support level. That's the 38.2 retracement level at 30.28. Got some bounces there so far, as you can see. Okay? So obviously, to stay bullish for the VIX, this VIX need to continue to hold that level, 30.28 level, and go back up and test 33.56 and possibly recapture it. That will be a bullish move for the VIX. But if it loses that level, 27.63 is the next support level. That's a 50% retracement level. Very critical that it holds. But obviously, if we lose this support, that's the best time to turn bearish, guys. So if you see VIX similar to this right here, it drops below it and retests it as a resistance, drop down lower, that's a sign. Seeing more downside. But if it drops below it and then closes back above it, and then the next candle or the next few candle treats it like support, that's a sign it's going to head up higher. That's a recapture, guys. All right, so watch the level, play it level to level. Oh, actually, before I move to the triple Q, I want to check out the seasonality. I feel like it's worth mentioning. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. So, we are in the beginning of March. I mentioned to you guys last week, the last time I spoke about seasonality, I said that we're going to get some type of bottom, temporary bottom. And as we enter March, we're going to get some up move, a pullback, then one more up move up for a higher high. And then after the first week of March, and after the first week of March, entering the second week, we're going to get another down move to give us a lower low. Okay, now take this with a grain of salt. Seasonality is only based on the average of the last 20 years. This is not a crystal ball thing, so please take this with a grain of salt and let price action be your number one indicator. We don't trade the seasonality, we're just tracking it to give us an idea of what the market's tendency is based on certain times of the season. Okay, so right now we are in a short-term bullish season. Should be a pullback and then one more up move, and then when we head to the second week of March, should be a down move. Okay, so we're still in the middle of the first week of March. This is a February right here, and we entered March on an up move. Okay, this could have been the down move yesterday, March 1st, when we tested the 23.6 retracement at 427 right here. And then we could head for an up move. Maybe could test this green resistance line right here, and then we'll possibly get that pullback. Either way, like I said, best time to turn bearish, a hard rejection from a resistance level. If you're going to short, remember, that's the strategy. Short from resistance to support. Long at support to resistance, okay? So when do we get bearish? Hard rejection from resistance, or we lose a support. That support then becomes resistant. Either way, you short from resistant, guys. So hope you found that helpful. Moving on to triple Q. Triple Q is testing this falling white trend line. This starts from the high of January 4th. We tested here February 10th. And again, third time today, we tested here March 2nd. So we need the breakout. Bulls need a breakout. Okay? So tomorrow's resistance will be 348.6. 348.6. Above that, we'll put the 23.6 retracement level. All right, 351.69. In play above that 353. That's my short-term Fibonacci level. All right, so give it a resistance zone, 351 to 353 in play. But obviously, a breakout of this trend line would be bullish. Okay, breakouts are bullish. All right, and those would be the first resistance and price target if we get the breakout. And above that, Got a nice juicy move to the upside around 363. So watch for the breakout or watch for a strong rejection. Okay, if it opens above this trend line, let's see if it retests it as a support. If it opens below this trend line, let's see if it tests at resistance. If it gets a hard rejection, that's a sign of more downside, guys. But watch for the breakout or strong rejection. Just gotta watch price reaction. And that's the triple Q. Testing it at resistance. When do you short? At resistance. But you still gotta watch. Context matter. Still gotta watch a reaction at this level. So just remember the levels I gave you. You should be fine. Dow Jones. Here we are, Dow Jones. I want to adjust this now. I'm gonna adjust this right here. Alright, that looks cooler. Dow Jones tested the 50% retracement level today at 340.5, but failed to break above. Okay, now we're breaking out of this pretty steep yellow trend line right here. Breaking out. That's a good sign. So what we want to see, what bulls want to see, a break above 340.5. You want to see a break above it and then treat that level of support. That's a good sign for more upside. All right, but if we continue to get rejected, next support is around the 5-day moving average, is currently at 336 to 337 zone. That's also aligned with the 38.2 retracement level. All right, so below 336, I'd be bearish, and I would favor maybe previous low or maybe even new lows. Okay, so below 336, bearish, guys. Above 340.5, bullish. I am favoring more upside at possibly up to 351 to test this falling white trend line right there. Okay, guys, that's what I got for the Dow Jones. IWM, could this be a W pattern forming? Okay, so got this nice little fancy circle showing us the double bottom. Okay, could this possibly be a W pattern forming? Now, I'm not trying to predict. I'm just saying something to look out for. We're going to play it level by level. Today, IWM once again recaptured the 38.2 retracement level, 202.8. So that level must hold. Below it, bearish. We're going to keep this simple, okay? Because trading's hard, right? We're going to keep our process simple. Simplify it. That's my job. I want to simplify it for you guys. Below 202.81, your sentiment should be bearish, okay? Because loss of support is bearish. And if your sentiment is bearish, trade based on that. But above, if that level still holds, and tested as support, it still holds. 207's in play. And then the big one, 209.89, that's 23.6 retracement level. That will be a breakout above that level. Also a breakout above this white trend line right here. That started way back in November 8th, 2021 high. Connects with January 4th high. We haven't had a third touch. But if we get a breakout, that'll be very bullish. And it breaks the neckline of this potential W pattern. Okay, I think this is the neckline. I'm gonna have to recheck my W pattern forms, but last I checked, it's pretty bullish when it gets to this part. Okay, but either way, we're gonna let price action guide us. If we lose total 202.8, I'm gonna be bearish because the price action told me to be bearish. Above, bullish to 207.4 at least. That's the next resistance level. Tesla chopping. Pretty much chopping. However, fake the bears out again. We lost this multi-year blue trend line. Recaptured it on 28th of February. Kind of lost it yesterday. Today, bears thought it was finished. As a matter of fact, you see this green falling wedge. We broke out of it. Tesla came down and tested that level as a support level. So when do we know a resistance has been broken? Well, this is a good example, guys. Breakout, test that breakout level as support, and then head on higher. Okay? Blue trend line still recaptured. I think it should hold this time. Next price target is 890. Today, it got as high as 844. So tomorrow's critical support will be 870 tomorrow. As long as 870 hold, 890 is in play. And if we can finally break that level, 951 in play, that's a 38.2 retracement level. And then the big 1000, okay? We still got support. 870, that's critical level. And 854. 854 level got tested so many times. All right, at this point, it's weak. So if it tests it again, I will not buy it. But if it drops below, washes below, and then recapture, I probably look to buy that recapture. All right, but overall though, I wouldn't be bullish if it loses 870. Okay, that's danger zone. All right, as if it holds 870 and stays above, I would be bullish to those next resistant level that I mentioned. Okay, but if we lose 854 again and it treats that level as a resistant, I'm gonna favor new lows, guys. This downtrend could continue. All right, but 870, above 870, what are we gonna be? Bullish. Below 870, bearish to the next support, 854.2, and then below that, next support is around 836, 837, which is also around where the 200-day moving average is. That's the purple line right there, guys. Critical support level, and if we lose that 200-day moving average, that will qualify as a false breakout of this green trend line. And y'all already know about false breakouts. Very, very bearish. Bitcoin broke out of this blue trend line right here, okay? Started from November high, tested here February 10th and February 16th. Got plenty of touches. Broke out on February 28th and recaptured his multi-year trend line, okay? From October 2020 low to July 2020 low, and of course January 10th low. Lost it, recapture, lost it. Now we are recapturing again, and it's being tested as a support level. So far so good, but if we lose that level, then man, the bulls are weak, man. If we lose that again, it's not looking good for bulls. That's a weak move to the upside, and we are once again losing a critical support level. Not a good sign. But seriously, we need to hold that level this time. 43 critical support level, 43.7K. Bitcoin needs to stay above that and get some move to the upside going, okay? 43.7K is a critical support level. If we lose that, bearish. If it holds, there's a chance of more upside, but of course we need to see something going. Right now it's just chopping. All right, guys, so that's what I have for you guys today. Hope you guys found some value in this video. I hope you guys had a profitable day, and I'll see you all soon.